I think I'll start. Obviously, you guys are going to ask about Andrew. No update. We'll have our medical people evaluate him tonight. He was able to walk off on his own, but there needs to be tests done before I can give you any real information. So obviously, he's a huge part of our team, and so we'll just wait and see, and certainly hope and pray for the best for the kid, because he's, Andrew quietly is having a hell of a senior year, and I don't want anything bad happen to him.
Well, about tonight's game, not the prettiest victories, a lot of fouls, some tough shooting for you. In your experience, are these games harder after a long break, after the finals week?
Yeah, I mean, you guys pay attention to college basketball, and, in the last 72 hours, there's some wacky things that have happened. So these games cause coaches great angst, because 9 days off is a long time, and it's finals. Marquette's, it's our guys go to class, they take hard classes, they have to do well in school. Like our guys are student athletes, and so it's not like they're coasting for a week. And so you worry about how, they're going to come out. And I actually thought we started the game pretty well. I didn't think our bench, when we went to the bench, maintained the same level of intensity as we had with the starters. And so we had a lead, and that lead evaporated like that, and that gave them confidence. And then the kid German's a heck of a player. So these games make you nervous. I thought defensively, we did some good things. I mean, we held them to 38% shooting and 30% from the three-point line. We have to defensive rebound better, obviously, and apparently we need to play without fouling a lot better.
And then Froling making his debut, was it the plan to have him, just kind of start out with a few minutes and then build from there?
Yeah, it's one of those things where, we've had a rotation of 8 guys, and he's going to have to work himself into earning more minutes in that time, and he knows that. That's something that we've talked about. And, one of the things that made it a little bit difficult is Theo John had his best game as a Marquette player. So, and it's real hard to take Sam Hauser off the floor. So, again, we have to take a look at having a bigger lineup, which we will, but that's not necessarily something that you are going to do during exam week when guys are fried. But, that's something that we'll look at. But those things will continue to evolve and develop. And Harry's going to be just fine. I don't worry about him. He's going to be a real important player for us, and he just got to keep his head up and keep working at it.
And it seemed like whenever, things got close within a couple points, as a Marcus or a Sam three-pointer really to get things out of there.
Yeah, no, I thought Sam Hauser had a terrific game. He's kind of a stabilizing force for us. We can put him in a bunch of different positions, and the game never gets, too fast for him. And, he makes really good decisions. And obviously Marcus is a really capable shooter. Offensively, I was not pleased with how we played, however. I thought the ball stuck a lot. And, we're a team that can play some really beautiful basketball on the offensive end, who needs to get better at defense. Today, I thought our offense was, I thought the ball stuck. I didn't think we moved the ball like we were capable of, and that's, that's something that we need to rectify.
You mentioned Theo the last couple games. He's shown some flashes. What do you think he's doing to adjust to the college game?
I think he's playing harder. He is playing more physically. I thought he had some of his most physical plays of the season in tonight's game. Thought it was the most consistent minutes that he's given us. And, I think sometimes with young players in general, but especially young big guys, we just don't block shots. You do that really well. Don't overthink it, buddy. If a shot goes up and you can get a hand on it, block that thing. And I thought he did that tonight. So, maybe that freed him up a little bit of overthinking. And but I thought he was really physical. I thought the best game Theo's played, and in a lot of respects he changed the game. And then Jamal Cain continues to get better. He's not playing perfectly, but I can't remember a game recently where I've walked away and seen improvement in his game. So that's a really positive thing.
Some big-name alumni in the house watching this game tonight, including Dwayne Wade and some of the guys from the 77 team. Did you have a chance to meet up with those guys? And how much do you talk up the history of the program with your guys?
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty clear. I mean, since I've been here, I've tried to embrace the history and tradition of this place. We had a gala last summer that, we had over 100 former players back, in constant communication with our former players. I have nothing but the greatest respect for the guys who wore the uniform and made the uniform special to wear. I have nothing but the greatest respect for the coaches who have coached here. It's an honor to be a caretaker of this program. Jay and Rob and D. Wade all came to the locker room after the game and shared some thoughts with our guys, and we're really positive. So, I think for our guys, one of the things that we talk to them about is they're part of something that's bigger than them. This program's bigger than any one person, and but to have these legends, these pillars of this great program back and supportive is really truly an honor, and is something that is really impactful for our young team.